Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson with a YouTube and Facebook live weather update on this Tuesday evening. I hope everything is going well for you. Everything is going well here, and the storms are now out. And as I put in the caption there, the storm threat's going down quite a bit, so that's good news. We're looking live right now at the scene with our Peregrine Tower camera in downtown Kalamazoo. Let me see if I can move this forward and we'll get a view of South Haven. There you go. There was still a bit of a glow about 5 or 6 minutes ago, but it has since disappeared. So let me squeeze this up and we'll get this going. Here we go. There you can see this is again South Haven live, where of course it was predominantly cloudy today. We did have some sunshine late in the afternoon after those storms, of course, were all clear. So things are looking much better now. And boy, did we just barely miss out on some action that we don't really want to be a part of, and that is nasty, severe storms. Chris, hello to you in Coopersville. If you're watching me on Facebook or you're following me on Facebook, shameless plug, WWMT's Keith Thompson. I posted about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. So far, more than 425 reports of wind, of high wind or wind damage from this, pretty much all from this cluster of thunderstorms that started in Iowa, Northwest Illinois, and then crossed Chicago, crossed Northwest Indiana, LaPorte, with a gust, I believe, of 60, 65, something like that. And then continued to race. I mean, I'm talking race down to all the way down to North Carolina, Western North Carolina, and the Appalachians. Will you be able to get a walk in? Yeah, I think you will tomorrow. Sally should be able to tomorrow. Should be all right. So folks are getting into the room here, so we'll get moving. Craig, yeah, thank goodness those storms missed us. Yeah, if you missed it, you can go back to my X page or Twitter page, whatever you want to call it, Weatherman Keith, and see the post that I had there, or you can find it on my Facebook page, WWMT's Keith Thompson. Some of those storm badges, they're called. And basically, each one of those little circles represents either a report of large hail, a report of wind damage, or a report of significant winds, thunderstorm winds, which would be 60 plus. There's also some badges there for heavy rain, but the vast majority of those are for wind. Ryan, hello to you in Jackson. Big severe storm on Sunday night. Your power went out. Yeah, only 12/100ths of an inch of rain today, Carla. Get this, Fort Wayne, I think it was, got more than 3 inches of rain. So just depending on where you were, we weren't too far away from those big storms. Lily, hello to you. Jeanette in Coldwater got a good rain this morning. Yeah, some of those showers moving through this morning. So let's get moving here. That's the view again. Like I said, that is from South Haven. That is the view right now in downtown Kalamazoo with the Peregrine Tower camera. So we'll move forward here and get to the hour by hour. Let's see what's next. All that moisture that's out there, I think we are going to have an issue with some fog here overnight. K&M in the house. Good evening to you. Leslie, hello. And Irma, hello. Hey, I hope you're having a good night too. Oh, wow, Drummond Island. I hope it's nice and cool there and quiet as well. I've never been to Drummond Island. Love to go up there. Been up in the UP a few times. Been up to Mackinac. Been up to the Sioux, but never made it over to Drummond Island. Will we get some more rain and storms? Yeah, coming up. Tomorrow, sketchy. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be humid. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be foggy and a lot of low clouds in the morning. And I think it's going to be hard to break up that cloud cover in the afternoon. And in that environment, a passing light shower, sorry, my eyes itching, passing shower or two is not out of the question. Do I think we're going to have storms tomorrow? I don't think so. Thursday may be a bit of a different story, but even then, we're not looking at severe weather. If I look at the Storm Prediction Center and their outlook, and by the way, just even looking at our forecast model here, I'll tell you one thing, since we're sort of like in Facebook Weather University here, we'll call it, I'd say a shortcut. It's not a fail-safe, but one thing that I look at when I get what's called the extracted data, you can Google search some of this stuff, and I get the report from the NAM model, the North American model, the NAM model, or the NAM. I like to look at the 850 millibar speeds. That is a projection of how fast the winds are going to be at 850 millibars, which typically this time of year is running about 4,500 feet, let's say, or so. And as long as there's not a lot of wind, what I mean by that, and that measurement, by the way, on the extracted data comes in knots, not miles per hour knots, but it's not a hard calculation that you can sort of estimate. As long as I'm not seeing a lot of wind there in the forecast going forward, then it's likely that we're not going to have any issues with any kind of severe storms. And so as I look at that going out for the next 2.5 days, I mean, very calm wind and at that level of the atmosphere. And in fact, in lower levels too. So without that kind of wind support going on aloft, you typically don't have a good environment for severe thunderstorms. So with that in mind, I don't think that even though we may see some showers and storms again on Thursday, not likely that they will be anything like, of course, what just happened today off to our south. I hope that helps. Jerry, hello. I'm having a great night. Hope you are too. Let's see, Jeff. Mosquitoes seem to be hungry tonight in Ceresco. Well, I hope you're not feeding them too much there. Shannon, hello to you. I hope you have a great night. Some rain today. Yeah, John in Manistee hit 80, humid and sunny. Yeah, you didn't get the benefit of those big storms, I don't think, right? Gwen, hello to you. Tammy Sue in the house. Good evening to you. Much needed rain in Three Rivers today. Yeah. Leslie, Debbie, good evening to you. Appreciate you being here. Shar, good evening. And Ron, can you turn off the dew point? We talked about that yesterday. We need to have a dew point drop party, right? A dew point drop party. And it looks like, looking again, we're talking about forecast models here. We might be able to scare up a dew point drop party. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not going to last very long, but we can have a dew point drop party on the 15th, right? 15th, which is Saturday. So, yeah. K&M for Cedar Springs, I think largely okay. There could be a couple of scattered showers and storms, though. Going to have to keep an eye on that. This is Tuesday. Going to have to give me another day or two to give you some more clarity on that for Cedar Springs. There's a chance for some scattered storms on Saturday and on Sunday. I think that's a little bit better for Sunday, but that's still to be determined. Barbara, hello to you. Your grandson has a birthday tomorrow. Salute and happy birthday to him. Thanks for letting me know. And hello to you. And Madawan, Jeff, hello. And Kenny in Comstock Township. All right, this is what you're here for, the hour by hour. So I'm starting it at midnight. I want you to notice that gray shading is going to build in here by 7 in the morning. I think part of that is going to be some fog. So I think we're going to probably be dealing with some fog. And then above that layer, we're going to have some low clouds. So I think it's going to be really gray in the morning and a little bit damp. Now watch this little cluster of showers here and see where it goes. Look at that, it just sort of dissipates. Maybe some rain over the east side of the state, the thumb area for tomorrow morning into around noon. And again, it looks like I think we're largely going to stay dry outside of, again, the dampness in the morning with the fog. I think in the afternoon, as you see, we start to finally erode the clouds. It's going to take a little while, but that'll push us up to around 80 degrees. We're still looking at some dew points in the upper 60s here, mid to upper 60s. So it's still going to be a little on the sticky side. Maybe not as much as it was today, but still a little bit on the sticky side. Let's see what goes on for tomorrow night. Pretty quiet. And then Thursday, I think we're going to build in some more clouds in the morning. And then in the afternoon, that's when we could see a few scattered showers and storms moving through. But again, not expecting those to be severe. Frida, hello to you in Hopkins. Perfect night for a ride in the convertible. I bet. Nice and cool out there, right? Or cooler anyway. Karen, doing great. So muggy, ready for cooler weather. This is our fall weather training. Abby, yes. Yes. There is a very small for us. For our area, it'll be very small. I think it's about 2, 3, 5, up to 5% coverage of the eclipse. We're talking about the eclipse here. The total eclipse is going to be on the other side of the big pond over there. Iceland, I think parts of Spain are going to be able to see it. But here, it's just going to be just a little bit, running from about 1-ish, I believe, to about 230-ish. I'll try to put some of those stats up. on my Facebook page, and then also have those tonight on the newscast as well. But yeah, that's tomorrow. Remember, even though it's just tiny, you never look at the sun without any kind of aid. I know you know that, but just keep that in mind as well. Mullet Champ in the house, mowing tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good mow day there, Todd. And thanks for bringing royalty to our Facebook Live. We have the Mullet Champ, two-time Mullet Champ, excuse me very much, in the house. Ron, Jetstream going through Indiana. In this particular case, yes. In this particular case, we were very close to, these storms are called ridge runners a lot of times. We have this area of high pressure that's off to our west, and typically on the outer edge of that ridge of high pressure, there'll be a lot of storms that will fire, and they'll be running right down the western or the eastern edge of that area of high pressure, the ridge. And in this particular case, that ridge was set up so that it favored those storms to travel, let's say, from northern Illinois down through northwest Indiana, and then all the way down into Ohio, southwest Ohio. Cincinnati got slammed down there, Kentucky, eastern Kentucky, and then into eastern Tennessee and also North Carolina. So it's just, in that case, just sort of proximity, But good question, Ron. Good question. Taco Tuesday. I did not have tacos today, Mike. Let's go with our Thursday evening. There we go. So again, some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible Thursday afternoon. Our model here is suggesting that it's mainly going to be along and south of I-94. I think it's too early in the game to put that kind of a locale on it, but something that, we put a bug in our ear, and we'll see how that goes. Here's some good news. Live Doppler radar, absolutely nothing. It is still mild and muggy out there. I mean, we still have those air conditioning nights. And like I said, we're training for fall. Mother Nature is trying to get us to the point where it's like, I am so tired of this hot, humid air that I'm ready for summer to be over. I'm not there yet, but I understand. A lot of folks are. Wilson, good evening to you. Eric, feels like the lake has been saving us from storms all summer. I had a little chat, like 30 seconds or a minute, with Jeff Porter about that earlier today, because Jeff and I sort of crossed paths. We don't usually, but because of storm coverage today, we did. And as we sort of passed the baton of coverage from Jeff to me, we had that little conversation about like, wow, well, of course, Illinois, has been tornado capital of the U.S. this season. Who'd have thunk it? Wisconsin's had plenty of them, but of course, we've had our share and some bad ones. But in this particular case, and we were talking about that. Sometimes the lake offers us a shadow or some protection on that, but that doesn't explain today. For example, it was just more like the favored location for the development of these storms just happened to barely miss us. Had nothing to do with the lake. So good question there, Eric. Good comment. But it's not always that is the case, especially when the lake water is relatively warm right now. Let's see. Matthew, can't wait for the dew point drop party. I can't either. Sharon, hello to you. I am doing well. Thank you so much. I don't think it'll be a washout, but I do think it might be one that we have to dodge our showers here. Wilson, go back to Taco Bell when they stop selling lettuce. We can always ask them not to put lettuce on, right? 1/10 of an inch, Ron in Marshall. Oh, they didn't. I didn't know that, Todd. So were you the last of the mullet kings, at least until they redo this again? Well, we should still celebrate you, and we will. Wilson, you wanted bingo. Don't forget to tip your favorite weather guy. Jeanette, the hurricanes have been quiet this year. Yeah. You know what? That was sort of in the cards because of a couple of things. First of all, there was a big intrusion of dust from the Sahara. Yes. And that certainly does not favor development. But also, there's been a bit of a persistent, stronger jet stream thanks to this building El Nino that is shearing off those developing thunderheads that if that wasn't there, that would allow them to continue to develop. So I think the outlook going forward, and, we really haven't hit that peak hurricane season yet. The peak is really starting late August and then September and early October. But so far, you're right. It's off to a quiet start. Jeanette, I think the folks down there in Florida, all along the Gulf Coast, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and then up the Atlantic coast, Carolinas, Virginia, I think they're saying, yeah, I'll do that. Oh, Melissa, that's too bad that we don't have that. We gotta get that mullet thing going again, the mullet championship. Kathy, hello to you in South Haven. Maybe we'll try to bring it here. We can bring it to the new event center in Kalamazoo, home of the mullet championship. Elaine, hello to you too. Oh no, that's crazy. Your aunt's house got hit. Hope she's okay. All right, let's go temperatures there. There they are. But again, it's all about the dew point. You're going to hear me say that probably until about the 3rd or 4th week of September. It's all about the dew point. And even though it's not as sultry in most of West Michigan like it has been, it's still sticky. I mean, 68 in Kalamazoo, 69 in Battle Creek, certainly 70 is just gross. And that also makes it super difficult, if not really impossible, to cool a place down without the aid of an air conditioner. You don't need me to tell you that, but that's one reason why. So here's the 7-day. All right, tomorrow, I think we'll start with some clouds, a lot of fog, or some fog, a lot of clouds, low clouds. I think it's going to take a little while for it to bust those clouds up before the mixing, we call it, of the atmosphere will finally cause those clouds to erode somewhat. So it might have to be patient to get a little bit of sunshine. And much like today, I might wait until really the end of the afternoon before we start to see any. I don't think that, an isolated shower, not going to totally rule it out, although I do have a 0% chance of precip on there. I think it's small. Thursday, a bit of a better chance of seeing some scattered showers and non-severe storms. A break in the action Friday, and then we might be dancing around some of these storms Saturday and Sunday as we have a couple of waves that are going to be coming through here, waves of energy that could trigger some of those storms. So again, we're still a few days out from that. So we'll try to get a little bit more resolution on that. Let's see. Todd, look at that. Oh, you took 5th in 2005, but champ in 2003, 2004. It was rigged in 2025, sorry. 23 winner, 24 winner, 25, they were rigged. They rigged it. But you're still mullet royalty, Todd. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll have to, like I said, we'll have to do some kind of a campaign. Maybe we'll do one of those sign up things or whatever those things are, where we can say we're going to try to petition the mullet championship to be at the event center in downtown Kalamazoo. All right, Mike, thank you for the share. Appreciate it. Tina, hello to you in Brooklyn. Always good to hear from the Irish Hills. Let's see. Don't forget to play the Powerball. I have to tell you, I've never played the Powerball. Probably why I've never won. I will say that's my buddy Andy Dominioni's thing. He's like, well, if you don't play, because he likes it every now and then, and his point to me is if you don't play, you don't win. And he looks at it as it's a 50-50 proposition. I know they say your odds are like 1 in 300 million or something. He says, no, it's not. It's 1 in 2. You either win or you don't. So, Connie, hello to you. Jeff is finally out of PTO. No. I don't think so, actually, because I believe tomorrow, in fact, thanks for reminding me, Will Haney is in for Jeff. So Will be here in the morning so that you're not shocked when you turn on your TV in the morning. Tina, I will say this. No, I don't think it's going to be a bad winter. But remember this, the term bad winter is relative. What does that mean? If you own a ski hill, a bad winter is not a lot of snow. I don't think it's going to be a bad winter because, again, all signs continue to point to not only just an El Nino, but a strong El Nino in the Pacific. And that typically correlates for us into lower snow, less amounts of snow. So I don't, at this point anyway, I don't think that we're going to have a harsh winter. David, tuning in a bit late. You didn't miss much. You can always go back and look, right? Eric, yeah, the humidity will be, the dew points are going to be lowering. So that's how we refer to it here. The dew points will be lowering a little bit on Friday, but more so, I think, on Saturday into early Sunday. And then they're bouncing around just a little bit. Looks like they're going to go up Monday, but on balance, I will say this, from next week on, I think on balance, we're looking at some lower dew points. So we'll have to have our dew point drop party somewhere around there. That's probably true, K&M. That's probably true. You're very welcome, Connie. Now we'll see if that snow report holds up. I mean, come on. If I'm talking about it's Tuesday and I need a couple of more days to get clarity on the Saturday, Sunday forecast, and you're asking me about winter, and it's August the 11th, right? All right, everybody, I'm going to skate. I got 9:40 on the clock, which means I'll be live in 20 minutes on Arc West Michigan, live in an hour 20 on the Mothership News Channel 3. Hope to catch you on one of those. If not, don't forget, I'm on Facebook, WWMT's Keith Thompson, on Twitter, X, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube at Weatherman Keith, the @ symbol, Weatherman Keith. And by the way, I don't know what you're referring to, Eric, but it is ominous. I want to say thanks to all those, by the way, who follow me on Facebook, because I hit 40,000 followers. I hit that, I think it was today or sometime overnight or something like that. So I appreciate all of you for following me. If you follow me on Facebook, appreciate that. Ron, walk out the door, your glasses team out. Yep, that's right. That's right. David, we'll always go with that for the winter forecast, right? Sun, rain, snow, and wind. Lily, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Amanda, hello to you. Yeah, no, that's not Bill, that's Kevin. Okay, yeah, Kevin. Eric. Yeah, Kevin. I know. Me too. It is TV business is changing. That's all I'm going to say right now. TV business is changing. And yeah, very sad to see that. He gave a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of good years to Fox 17. He's a good guy too. All right, that's right. All right, so everybody, I got to go. I'll see you at 10. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Will Haney will be in the house. So Will will be here in the house in for Jeff tomorrow. So you can tune in for that. And then he's got you again at noon. Don't forget, he's live 4:30 to 9 o'clock. So hopefully he's, as they would say, sawing logs right now so you can get some sleep. Corrine, thanks for the thanks. Appreciate that. Lily, thanks. So he'll be here in the morning, 4:30 to 9 a.m. And then again at noon, I'll be back at 5:30 and 6. We'll do another live Facebook, YouTube live tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. All right, everybody, have a great night. And I'll talk to you again. If I don't see you on the tube, I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Hey, be safe out there, especially if that fog is dense tomorrow. Please take your time. Please be patient, not only with others, but with yourself too. And if I don't catch you tonight on the tube, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. And thank you so much for being here.